What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another sports talk episode in which we will talk about Josh Gordon's of the Browns failed drug test again. What else we got this week? We're gonna talk about Tom Brady still not having talked to the NFL about the deflate scandal thing, Deflategate, whatever you want to call it. And about Richard Sherman. Let's talk about Richard Sherman. About why he thinks. Just about Richard Sherman in the NFL. And talk about the Wizards. Their two games back to back, Saturday and Sunday. We'll talk about that. But first, let's start about the Josh Gordon suspension for a year on another failed drug test. So I think this is his second or third offense, whatever it is. One more after this, he's out of the league. He's basically already taken himself out of the league. I don't think any other team after this is going to pick him up because he's done this every year, it seems like. So if you smoke weed every year, you can't be responsible. A team can't sign you. You just, it doesn't make sense. You get paid millions, you can't be responsible and not smoke weed. How difficult is it to not smoke weed? Or do drugs, whatever, steroids, whatever it's probably weed again, whatever it is. But it's another offense, one more, he's out of the league. I don't think another team's going to pick him up after this. So he's pretty much done in the NFL. When he plays, he's good, but now he's not going to play. All right, now let's talk about Tom Brady not being questioned by the NFL yet about the underinflated footballs. To me, this just makes no sense whatsoever. How has the NFL not talked to the quarterback who handles the ball the most in the game on the offensive side? That's who he touches the ball every snap. Why haven't they talked to him? Questioned him? That's the one thing about the NFL. Why? It's like what Richard Sherman said. Why are they worrying about what Marshawn Lynch wears on the field with the gold cleats and not worry about the bigger issue here of cheating with deflated balls? To me, that makes no sense. They're worrying about Marshawn Lynch not talking to the media too, which, get off his back. That's another problem I have. They find Marshawn Lynch for not talking to the media. It's like, why? Why is that such a big deal? He doesn't want to talk to the media. Let him be. He doesn't do commercials. He doesn't want to be alright. He has a problem with the media. Let him go. Don't let him just be on the field. Just let him play. He doesn't need to talk to the media after the game or whenever. He doesn't do commercials like Richard Sherman. He's not a talkative person, so just let him be. And back to the Tom Brady thing, I just don't understand how the NFL has not questioned him yet. That's a big problem. Now let's talk about Richard Sherman, who talked to sometime today, I guess it was during the Pro Bowl, was saying that the Patriots aren't going to get a punishment because of the Robert Kraft and Commissioner Goodell's relationship being so good. To me, I can see that happening. Roger Goodell, in my opinion, is not a good commissioner at all. With the Ray Ray situation he's already handled, that was bad. He had the tape. They had the tape. They came in, talked to him, showed him what happened, and they suspended him only for 4 games. And then once everyone found the video, he gets banned or suspended for the rest of the year. To me, that makes no sense. Roger Goodell, to me, is just a terrible commissioner and needs to be gone from the NFL. He hasn't done anything for football. He's made football worse. He's made football. Uh, he's taken old football and made it into some baby league. You can't hit anyone now. If you hit him in the chest, it's a flag. If you hit him, if it looks bad, it's a flag. I get hit in the head, it should be a flag, but someone hits them in the chest, it's a flag now. You can't touch receivers. You can't play defense. It's become the league is just, the NFL has gone downhill since Roger Goodell has become commissioner, in my opinion. All right. I want to talk about the Pro Bowl. Those who didn't see it, the Pro Bowl was it's not NFC AFC anymore. It's two different. It's just like a draft, and Michael Irvin and Chris Carter were the captains who helped choose the teams. Michael Irvin's on one side, Chris Carter's on the other side. It was a good game to watch, but it's not the old AFC NFC Pro Bowl we're used to. But whatever. Anything else? No. Anything else happened this weekend? Oh, yeah. Kobe Bryant with a torn rotator cuff. That's something I want to talk about. And I want to talk about the Wizards. So Kobe Bryant, who the Wizards go and play when it's Tuesday. They play the Lakers. I don't know. They play the Lakers. Kobe's out for the rest of the year with a torn rotator cuff. And people are saying that he's done. I don't believe he's done. He's a good player. He just came off the Achilles injury. And I don't think he wants to go out like this. I think he's going to come back next year. Even the year before that, the money's going to talk for him to come back. So I believe he'll be back next year. And he was putting up good numbers, even though the Lakers have Jeremy Lin, Kobe, Nick Young. I don't even know their center and Carlos Boozer is one. I don't know anyone else. The Lakers are just a mess. They're a bad team. Even with Kobe gone, they're a terrible team. They got Nick Young, who was a Wizard, and he can shoot. That's about it. Jeremy Lin, 5 minutes of fame, and now it's kind of gone downhill. Carlos Boozer, kind of old, and other than that, I don't really know their team that much. And let's talk about the Wizards now. They just came off tonight. They just beat Denver barely in overtime, 117 to 115. And then last night, when they played Portland, they played Portland last night, lost 103. That game wasn't in overtime. The Trailblazers game, no. They lost 103 to 96. They had how big was their lead that game? I think it was at 14 points at one point. They're up by 12. The first quarter up by 10? In the second, 10 at halftime. And they looked good up until after halftime. It just went downhill. They stopped shooting well. They only scored 15 points in the third quarter, which is low. Their shooting was bad. Their defense was bad. But they did rebound tonight in Denver, which Denver's not the easiest place to play in overtime, but they barely escaped that game. Bradley Beal fouled out in the fourth quarter. What was his name? That missed the 2 free throws. Fareed, I believe it is. Fareed missed 2 free throws. That could have sealed the deal for him, but he missed them. Yeah, Kenneth Fareed missed them for Denver, which could have sealed the game with a 1.5 seconds left, something like that. He just makes one, the game's pretty much over. Because when the Wizards got caught a timeout of that play, Paul Pierce got a shot blocked, and that would have been game. But Fareed missed him, and then Paul Pierce once again threw with like 3 seconds left, 4 seconds left, threw an inbounds pass right to I think it was Lawson. I'm not sure who. Yeah, I think it was Ty Lawson. But he came up short. He shot a little short, and it bounced off the rim and went out of bounds. His time expired. So that's how they got the win, 117 to 115. But still, I do believe they need a point guard, as I said in the previous video. If they get a point guard, a backup point guard, not a point guard, not someone to replace John Wall, someone to back up John Wall. If they get someone to back up John Wall, I think this is a good team. And they got to play better defense, and they can't score 15 points in a quarter. Tonight they scored 28, 31, 24, 22. They scored 12 points in OT. That's in how many minutes left? In 7 minutes left of the game, they scored 3 less points. It's kind of sad. So they shoot the ball well. They don't turn the ball over. John Wall plays great. They're a good team. That's what it's going to take. And I believe that's going to do it for this episode. Should we talk about Mike Krzyzewski? Nah. Alright, I'll just say it. He got his 1,000th career win against St. John's, today? Yes, today. At Madison Square Garden. Mike Krzyzewski is a good coach with great college basketball coach. He's won how many gold medals? He's won a few gold medals with Team USA basketball. I think he's going to retire now from coaching the pro guys in the Olympics and World Cup competition. I think this was his last year. It might not be. He might come back. I don't know. But he's a great coach. Could be an NBA coach, doesn't want to be. And good for him. It was to stay in college. I guess college he likes better. He doesn't want to deal with the big egos, I guess. Which, whatever works for him, he has 1,000 career wins, and congrats to him. And now that's going to end this episode of Sports Talk with all the big things that happened this weekend. A lot of big things happened this weekend. And that's going to do it. So I'm out. Till next time. Do work.